we are back again to play some more Butterfly Suit 2. We will finish this game eventually, on my time, you know? Okay, anyway, so last we left off, Min, she was a little bit, what's the word, ignorant. She didn't know what she was talking about. And my girl, Esther, I forgot her name for a second, she was pissed. So let's see if Min will redeem herself and apologize, because she needs to. Look at the lake, study your lines again, or glance over at Esther. I'm gonna look and see if she's mad still. Esther is sitting with Grace and Sadia on a nearby log. Should I try to talk to her? That might piss her off even more. I probably shouldn't. I wish my hair would go permanently gray. Having white hair would be so cool. Me too. Even though no one else would see it? That's not true. I can show my hair to my family and other girls. It's true. She used to charge other girls $20 to see her hair in the girls' bathroom. Making the cash! How'd you know? Did you pay to see it? Yep. If you're interested, Esther, I'll let you see it for a special discount of $10. I'll pass. You sure? Limited time offer. Why is it limited time? Your hair is always going to be there. For all you know, I could be dyeing it a crazy new color every day. It could be blue, purple, pink, and you'll never know unless you check. Oh crap, maybe I should pay to see it again. You're seriously falling for that? Girl. Well, at least Esther's talking to someone else. Let me study my lines, because I don't want to mess up again. Min rereads the script. When she reaches the end of the package, she flips it over to make sure there's nothing on the back. To her horror, the backside is covered with a dense array of numbers and numerical operations. I can't read today. Oh my gosh. The heck is this? It looks like a serial killer wrote on it. Oh, it's just a puzzle I made up. Using the digits 1, 2, 5, and 7 only once each, you create expressions using any operations that result in each integer from 0 to 100. I don't know what she just said. What in the actual hell would possess you to do that? It's called curiosity. When I look at a clock, I like to make the numbers do this. When I look at a clock, it's because I want to know what time it is. Me. God, you're effed in the head. Okay, let me just look at the lake. Maybe that'll be peaceful. Ugh, I hate naturey lakes like this. What? How? I love those. Wow. Why? It's nice here. It just reminds me of a shit that happened to me in Florida. What happened? I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other stories I told you. I was just on a field trip that got ruined by racists. So now places like this are cursed. What did you mean earlier about not being a woman? Do you mean age-wise? Oh, it's hard to explain. I've never really told this to anyone before. It's probably going to be confusing. That's okay. I don't really like being thought of as a girl. But I'm not 100% removed from it, if that makes sense. Being called a woman or a lady is way worse. Like, disgusting. I definitely don't want strangers seeing me to think, oh, that's a woman. What do you want them to think? I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. Dia tilts her head, perplexed. Don't get me wrong, girl is my favorite gender. Like, you're a girl and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just only feel any connection to being a girl in really specific situations. No, I know. Sorry, just trying to wrap my head around it. Can I still call you my girlfriend? Yeah, I like being your girlfriend. And I like being lesbian. I'm not into the being a girl part, but I relate super hard with the not interested in men part. It's more stuff like being called ma'am or Mrs. that really skeeves me out. I know it doesn't make that much sense. Like, gender's not real in the first place, so no, it makes sense. Feel like I already knew that before you said it. You're okay with it? To Min's relief, Dia nods. It's very you. Aw, it's kind of cool. You're like a gender outlaw. Yeah, that's me. I'm so lucky to have the sweetest, kindest, purest girlfriend in the whole world who has to be protected at all costs. I definitely can't let her find out about the racist thing. Oh, let me look at the lake again. Min continues watching the clear, rippling water. All of a sudden, Noelle yelps and turns indignantly, did I say that right, to Akarsha. Did you just throw a rock at me? Nope. Maybe it was the water. The water threw a rock at me? It was just a little pebble, right? I bet the waves could have picked it up. She definitely threw the rock at her. Krista sighs from the bench she and Liz are sitting on. Why is it that wherever we go, we end up babysitting people? Do you think it's firstborn child syndrome? You might be onto something. My siblings are pretty immature, so it's usually up to me to make sure the house doesn't burn down. What if we started acting really immature too? Then someone else would be forced to pick up the slack. How do you propose we do that? I don't know, maybe we should just start talking with no filter. Instead of thinking about what we say, we just say whatever pops into our minds first. Very interesting. After the brief break, the group gets back to filming. Take 11, action. Hello, how do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list? I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and Montana. Now it's legal for me to hunt them. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves. Oh, when they finally get through the whole scene, DIYA rewards men with a quick peck on the cheek. Ooh, good job. I'm all sweaty and nasty right now. You don't have to do that. You're not nasty. I don't mind it. Oh. Noelle grumbles as she sits next to Akarsha at the picnic table and takes a sip of water. I still can't believe you threw a rock at my face. Hey, that is a gross exaggeration. Wait, so you admit that it was you who threw it now? First of all, I lobbed it. Second of all, I lobbed it at her neck, not her face. Well, it hit my face. Intent matters here. You're making it sound way worse than it really was. Yeah, intent does matter. I didn't mean to hurt Esther's feelings either. Min uneasily glances over at Esther. She's reviewing the footage on the camcorder. Ooh, I wish the whole thing never happened. Okay, we're good to start the Wolf family interview. Yes! I caught being the wolf mom. Wait, I wanted to be the mommy too. Well, I definitely don't want to be the dad. It could be two moms, adopted. Wolf mom and wolf mom number 2. Wolf mom number 2 definitely sounds like the inferior one though. There's gotta be a way to make them sound equal. Like how there's always 2 versions of Pokemon, like Diamond and Pearl. Does this really matter? Hey, this is the scene where I kill Akarsha, right? Aren't I supposed to have a gun? Oh, I brought a Nerf gun you can use. It's in the tent with the other stuff. Okay, I'll go get it. Min rummages through the duffel bag of costumes in search of the Nerf gun. Wait, Minsa, is the microphone in there too? I don't know, look for it yourself. Noelle sneezes as she steps in the dusty tent. Ew. Achoo! Shut up. Shut up? Wow. Noelle joins Min by the duffel bag. Suddenly, Noelle frowns at her. What, you got a problem or something? For one heart-stopping moment, Min's sure she's been exposed as a racist somehow, but she soon realizes Noelle's just glaring at the dirt that she tracked into the tent. Oh, you wore your boots inside? You're getting dirt everywhere. Oh, that's it? It's barely anything. You got a leaf on the sleeping bag already, you see? So brush it off, who cares? I care. You were the one responsible, so you should be the one to brush it off. It's just one effing leaf. Stop splitting hairs over nothing. You're the one being difficult here. Just apologize and get the leaf off. You really want me to get that leaf off? Take this. Min grabs one end of the sleeping bag and swings it at Noelle. It whops Noelle in the torso. Hey, I'm telling on you. Go ahead and try it, turbo nerd. What? Noelle seizes a handful of the sleeping bag as Min tries to land another blow. You wormless brute! What does that mean? The F you mean I'm wormless. Take that back. Min yanks on the sleeping bag hard. It slips from Noelle's grasp, sending Min hurling backwards. Whoa! Min loses her balance completely and falls backwards into the wall of the tent. She hits the ground butt first, pinning the fabric of the tent down with her weight. The tent collapses, blanketing its occupants in nylon. Min feels herself sliding backwards down a slope. I can't even read today. The tent's rolling down the hill! Min and Noelle blindly tumble down the hill with their limbs wrapped in the tent, screaming all the way. Ah! Eventually, they crash into a large bush at the bottom of the ravine. Min crawls out of the tangled mess, spitting dirt and twigs out of her mouth. Oh, how I despise you! Noelle gathers the tent into her arms and tries to trudge back up to the park in her socks. What happened to your shoes? I took them off before coming into the tent like a civilized person. See, this is why keeping them on is better. I win. No, you don't. This situation would never arise under normal circumstances. Look how much faster I'm walking than you. Oh! See? Loser. Min looks back and sees how far behind Noelle is. She looks pretty pathetic dragging that tent through the dirt. Damn! Min reluctantly goes back and yanks the tent away from her. What's the matter with you today? What? Generally speaking, you strike me as someone who can't take criticism. But you haven't blown up on me like this for months. Did something happen between you and Esther? What? No, why? During our scene, you kept eyeing her like she was gonna bite you. Oh, hell. If even effing Noelle can tell, I might as well be wearing a neon sign around saying what happened. We sort of got in a fight. She got all offended by something I said. What did you say? I don't even want to say it. It's so effing embarrassing. I kind of was like, I didn't know black people cared about grades. What? Why? I don't know. None of my classes ever had black people in them. So I felt like I was learning something new from the story she was telling me. I was just trying to express that. So you decided to tell her you had a bigoted belief that only changed after a random anecdote she shared? I wasn't thinking, okay? It's easy to pick apart now in hindsight, but the whole thing happened in like 5 seconds. I didn't even have anything against her, or black people in general. Come on, you know me. When I hate someone, I let them know. Yes, I'm well aware of that. So it should have been obvious I didn't mean anything bad by it. When people do Asian accents or say weird stuff about Koreans, I don't flip out. You don't? That time we were walking around and got konnichiwa, you were furious. That was coming from a white creep, and it was clearly hateful. But if it's just a joke or something worded insensitively, it doesn't always mean the person actually hates Asians. I'm not sure I follow your logic here. Are you saying that as long as something's not intentionally hateful racism, it doesn't bother you? Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm not a sensitive crybaby. But if you had a choice, wouldn't you rather they not say those things? Well, duh. If you could press a button and magically no one ever said that stuff again, that'd be cool. Then it does bother you. Okay, yeah, maybe it would bother me a little, but I wouldn't make a huge stink about it. If it bothers you, doesn't it make sense to complain about it? If I were some weak-ass sissy, sure, but I'm not. So I don't sweat that kind of small stuff. But we just established that you are bothered by it. You just deny it because in your eyes, it's weakness to admit you're hurt because of the tough guy act you have going on. She ate men up. Noelle's got this insufferably smug expression on her face, like she's discovered a misprint in an exam that no one else has found yet. I think I understand now. Understand what? You weren't even there. You think Esther's overreacting because in similar situations, you do nothing. When she told you your response was racist, you became enraged by her audacity to complain about things you suffered through in silence. Admitting that you genuinely hurt her feelings would require the admission that you've been hurt before too. And your fragile ego cannot allow that. Oh, shit. Maybe she's on to something. In conclusion, Esther's right, you're wrong, and you're racist. Ah! This sucks so bad. Oh. Noelle! Covered in dirt and twigs, Min struggles to put the tent back up. Are you okay? Not really. I feel like absolute dog shit. Oh no. I just want to hide what I did. I want to dig a hole and bury the terrible truth where no one will find it. What happened? I don't really want to talk about it. At a loss for how to handle the situation, DIYA quietly helps her pitch the tent. Oh no. Huh? Look. DIYA points to a malformed looking butterfly clinging to the tent fabric. Oh, ew. What's wrong with this wing? It's all crinkled. Thing gets stuck like that. That's so sad. Maybe it's because of the false spring? False spring? It's when it's super warm, but it's still winter. It messes up a lot of animals because they think it's spring when it's not. Maybe the weird environment messed it up while it was forming? DIYA tries to get the deformed butterfly to crawl into a twig. It's hard to watch. Is that what I'm like? Because I grew up with racists and got taught the worst lessons ever? I feel like I went through hell and came out the other side in the most monumentally effed up shape. What do you mean? DIYA, you wouldn't ever break up with me, right? No? What if I did something bad? I mean, like really bad. What did you do? Are you sure you wouldn't break up with me though? What did you do? Min tells DIYA what happened, bracing herself for the worst. And that's why Esther's mad at me. wasn't very nice of you. Ooh. Sounds like something my racist mom would say. Yeah, I know. Poor Esther. Her comic sounds cool, too. Do you hate me now? I mean, it was bad, but at least you realize it. Everyone makes mistakes. Not everyone makes racist mistakes. True. But it's not like people are born knowing things either. Everyone has blind spots. How come you never offended someone like I did then? I don't talk to people very much, so most of the mistakes just happen in my mind. Well, then how come Noelle doesn't offend people? I mean, she was pretty ignorant about gay people before we started dating. When people said the narrator of The Great Gatsby was gay in our English class, she got all scandalized and argued against it. She kept insisting there had to be another explanation, but I think she was just grossed out by the thought of it. That's not as bad as insulting someone's entire race, though. Not trying to say she messed up worse. My point is she got better about it. She wouldn't do that anymore. So I don't hold it against her. Just because you were ignorant about something doesn't mean you're bad forever. I don't know. It doesn't undo the fact that I was racist to Esther already, and now she hates me. Did you say sorry? No. She might not forgive you, but you should at least tell her. Men feel such anguish upon hearing DIYA's suggestion that it takes her a moment to sputter something out. But no one ever apologized to me! To Min's horror, her eyes fill up with tears. So many people did way worse things to me, and they never said sorry. None of my racist bullies ever said sorry. My dad never said sorry. Why is it only me who has to say sorry when what I did wasn't even as bad? It's not fair. DIYA pulls her into her arms and hugs her very tightly, as if trying to squeeze all of the grief out of her body. Min leans into her warmth, letting her familiar touch and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat calm her down. What happened to you wasn't fair, but that doesn't mean you should be unfair too, or you'll just continue the cycle. You can apologize even if they don't. But it's not fair. I want them to suffer. I want them to die. If I just forget about them, that means they got away with everything. That means they won and I lost. But isn't it losing worse to let people you hate keep controlling your life? It's like that saying, if you seek revenge, dig 2 graves. Is it worth it to hurt yourself in the name of fairness? Is that what I'm doing? Crashing a car just to get back at them? The 2 graves are you and the person you got revenge on, by the way. Not 2 different people you killed. No, I got that. You're right. Why should I let those pieces of shit keep controlling me even years later? If nothing they did mattered, that'll show them. Yeah. Min dashes off and finds Esther setting up the next scene. What took you so long? Everyone's ready to do the wolf death scene. Can we talk first? Esther gives her a guarded look. That depends. Sorry I was an asshole earlier. I shouldn't have said that racist stuff about black people and the weird stuff about your hair. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You're right. I should have known better. I know how much it sucks looking different from everyone else. Esther lets out a sigh, looking exhausted. You'd think people would know, but they don't. It's like being kicked on both sides. I go through all the same stuff as everyone else at the school, but no one sees me as one of them. Everyone thinks I'm not pure Asian. I'm not as smart, or I don't study as much. Don't worry, I don't think that. I learned my lesson. I'm not racist anymore. Yeah, you are? Huh? You're literally still racist. All you did was apologize for one specific thing. But what else am I supposed to do then? Try to educate yourself and not say random crap about other ethnicities. And say sorry the next time you're racist instead of being all rude and defensive. Next time? That makes it sound like it's gonna happen again. Honestly, it probably will. So, you're saying I'll always be racist no matter what I do? Min looks so horrified that Esther gives her a pitying look. I mean, literally everyone on Earth is ignorant to some degree about something. For my webcomic, I tried to research albinos and double amputees the best I could, but I'm still not sure I portrayed everything right. Double amputee? What the F is going on in her comic? No one's perfect. You just gotta do your best and learn from your mistakes. Oh, okay. But I hate thinking I'm gonna make a different mistake at some point and have to apologize again. It's effing mortifying. I mean, it shouldn't be mortifying to admit you were wrong about something. I guess it shouldn't be. Hey! Hey, are we ready to party? Yeah, let's do it. So, are we good for now? I guess. Can I still use the progedy thing you said earlier? Huh? Yeah, knock yourself out. So, did they make up, I guess? Min hides behind a tree with her Nerf gun, waiting for her cue. How's your pack help balance the ecosystem here? We prevented the elk population from exploding and overgrazing. Before we were reintroduced, many biologists were concerned about eroding and plants dying off. Unfortunately, many ranchers and hunters don't understand this. In fact, the state of Idaho is planning to kill hundreds of wolves this winter. This is where we always screw up and have to start over. Every time Akarsha makes eye contact with Krisha, she starts laughing. Mom, Leaf Green, I'm scared. Are we gonna die? Holy shit, she finally did it. Goo goo gaga. Noelle's eye twitches as she recites her next line. Who is this adorable little thing? This is our wolf puppy. Normally mated pairs produce a litter per year, but we adopted her. We love her so much. I'm only 4 months old. Die. Ow, I hurt myself. Ow, but I'm also shocked. Min leaps up from behind the tree and shoots a flurry of Nerf pellets at Akarsha. No, I only kill a very small number of cattle per year. Akarsha goes down and Min continues shooting her ass with a Nerf gun. No, our innocent puppy. I'll be back to kill the rest of you. Min runs off screen, leaving Krissa and Liz crying, very unconvincingly, over Akarsha's body. How could this happen? If only we were still in the endangered species list. Noelle turns solemnly to the camera. Today, I learned that delisting of gray wolves from the endangered species list would have devastating consequences. And that's a wrap. Finally, we've been here for 6 hours. And we may have just produced the worst video ever. At least they finished it though. Relieved to be back in her regular clothes, Min looks around. Seems like people are packing up. All right, this is where we're going to stop it. I've been recording for quite a bit, so I'm going to edit this and try to get more of this video out. Let me save because I don't want to, mess it up. But I needed to know if she was going to apologize to Esther. So as far as I'm concerned right now, Esther and Min are okay. They're on good terms. I needed to know if she was going to apologize because it was ignorant what she said. And maybe Min's going to learn. But if you enjoyed this video and want more butterfly soup, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let them know about this tea. So have a great day in the name of the Lord. And may God bless your every step.